Hello again. I've been thinking about doing this for quite a while. It was supposed to have been to you by the 4th of July, but obviously it hasn't gotten there yet. But what goes through my mind about the time summer starts, which I think is Memorial Day weekend, school's out, growing up, being in Boy Scouts for one, camping trips, canoe trips, a lot of outdoor activity, and then vacations. Vacations were always a big part of our family. Going west, stopping in, I forget where we stopped now, in Grand Island, Nebraska. Going on to getting in the pool, horsing around with Dad, getting to Estes Park, going hiking, going driving, going through the national park. Reminds me of a lot of my growing up years. When I was a Boy Scout, you can hold up my papers now. When I was a Boy Scout, we had our Boy Scout leader, his name was Davy Crockett. Oh, Lord. Can you imagine a Boy Scout leader by the name of Davy Crockett? Wow. Does that name sound like a name from the history books? But that was his name. I don't know if it was his official name. That's what we called him. But he took us a lot of places, campouts and the canoe trips, and did a lot of things in our summer months. But one night at our Boy Scout meeting, at our Boy Scout meeting, we were saying our pledges, the Pledge of Allegiance. And we got through, and he just started questioning us, is that how to say the Pledge of Allegiance? And different ones, we weren't quite sure what he was wanting to get at, but different ones would try and say it more pious or more humbly or more whatever. And it still didn't seem to come across like it was what he was expecting from us. And that brought me to this. Shortly after 9/11 happened, one of the biggest things on the internet was Red Skelton's version of him explaining the Pledge of Allegiance. And this happened, I believe, somewhere before the two states were added to the Pledge of Allegiance. And this is, I think, in the 50s when he was on TV. And he started out his program saying, when I was a small boy from Vincennes, Indiana, I heard, I think, one of the most outstanding speeches I ever heard in my life. I think it compares with the Sermon on the Mount and Lincoln's Gettysburg Address and Socrates' speech to the students. We just finished reciting the Pledge of Allegiance, and Mr. Laswell, our principal at Vincennes High School, called us all together. And he says, boys and girls, I have